Okay, this is a video response for Donald Trump's most recent video about this Senator Weiner guy. First on, I want to say that I want to thank you for making the most legendary political speech in the history of politics about the school being built in Brooklyn. That is legendary. I actually put that video of you on my iPod. I also have that on my phone as my ringtone too. So, thank you for that one. Second of all, this whole Wiener scandal is pretty much huge media coverage. It's not really a problem. Why would a guy, well then again, that's a stupid question because they do it all the time. He would do that kind of crap in office because of their power title, I guess you would call it. A lot of the idiots like Weiner are stupid enough to put something like that on the internet because they think that no one will quote unquote leak it to the internet, unquote. But it really shows that many people proved him wrong. One journalist, which I can already see, he is a snake. I forget what his name was, but I really don't care. But that other girl, I do have to honestly say my hat's off to her for confronting this Weiner guy or talking. Well, she didn't really confront him, but she spoke about him on the news. My hat's off to her for, catching him. But yeah, Don, you are correct about the Weiner guy. I mean, he's pretty much like the same as the rest of them. I mean, you tell me what politician, what congressman or what senator that hasn't done anything wrong behind closed doors. And I'm very glad that you mentioned the thing about Obama doing fraud. I mean, whether he stole something or not, that's his thing that will get him in trouble when he gets caught. But the part where you said, how much fraud do you think Obama did as far as contract-wise? Now that, I have to honestly say, thank you for saying that, because not everyone would actually call a politician a fraudster on TV. I wish I could, but I know the news stations wouldn't allow me on because even though you and I would go on the same level in some areas, but with no ego intended, I would say stuff that would probably either get me arrested socially and communistically. It would also, they would kick me off for a lot of things and that would not allow me to go on. Because I would probably go like 3 levels on top of you. Even though you and me go around the same level. As far as, speaking of reality. But yeah, Don, I want to thank you for all the stuff you sang on the air because they would not like me. They would not allow a regular, everyday person on the news strictly because they're not entertaining enough. So, thank you, Don. Thank you, Donald Trump, for being my mouthpiece. Because the celebrities who speak of reality can be the messenger of the people who are not being brought on the news because of discrimination by the media. So, Donald Trump, thank you for being my mouthpiece. I really do appreciate it. And I mean, oh, and one more thing. I honestly, when you first started saying all that stuff on the news, I honestly knew that you were not going to run strictly because of the Celebrity Apprentice and all of the casinos that you run and all that stuff. I honestly knew that you were not going to run. So, I mean, quite honestly, I knew you were full of crap when you said, "Oh, I'm gonna run," and but the message still got through, even though you didn't run. But when you do run, I really do hope you really rip some new buttholes. Oh, and about the thing with the Obama's birth certificate, even though you did challenge Obama about the birth certificate, you really, I mean, in reality, you really didn't accomplish that because he still gave a fake one. He filled all the information wrong when he filled the form out himself. Not only that, he also needs a geography lesson because he got all geography locations wrong. So shows how much he knows about the country he supposedly was born in. I mean, for God's sakes, he put his own name claiming to be his father on there. When you spoke of Sarah Palin a while back, speaks well, but something tells me that she's speaking behind a mask, and so is Michelle Bachmann. The other candidates are doing the same thing, but then again, name one politician who doesn't wear a mask while claiming what they will do and what they're not going to do. And then it comes with the same old routine of, oh, we have to do this, we have to bring this up, we have to cure this, we have to fix this, we have to fix that, and we must work on this if we expect to bring the economy up and our country's problems and this and that. But name one politician who actually cleared it up. Isn't it funny how they talk about curing the problems while they're in the election and running for office, but they never actually fix it while they're in office? It becomes routine. They all say the same exact thing, and it's really boring. It's ridiculous. Um, you, on the other hand, it's how do I say this? Um, you would be you would be the most controversial out of all of the candidates for running for office, mainly because you are willing to say stuff with no guilt, and that's what everyone needs. I mean, yeah, big deal. So you said the F word during a campaign or during a speech, but it's like, you know what? Name one politician who didn't do worse than you saying the F word. Common sense wise, I would rather vote, if I were to take part in elections, which I don't, by the way, because an election is nothing but a friggin' freak show, with a bunch of Democratic liberal liars who claim to be Republicans, when in fact they're really not. They only use the Republican word or take that persona to make themselves look good, as if they really want to change things, who have absolutely no intention of fulfilling any of their supposed promises. But if I were to vote, I would more likely vote for a guy who curses periodically and tells the truth and follows through with it than to vote for a guy who pathologically lies and has absolutely no intention following through with any of his supposed promises that he has absolutely no intention to fulfill. I mean, hell, you were the one who first said, well, how much fraud do you think Obama did while he's in office so far? You see, that is so important for telling the truth, it's not even funny. And as far as calling this Weiner guy A predator? I would absolutely love for you to call him either a sex offender or a predator out in society because of what he did. I mean, to say that he's going out to get rehab? Yeah, right. He's going to go into a high-priced hotel, get everything paid for. He's going to get these so-called quote-unquote therapists. He's going to walk out after a supposed length of time that he supposedly went to go get therapy on. And he's going to walk out as if nothing ever happened, and he'll probably get back into office by claiming temporary insanity or you know, oh, you're picking on me and I got back from rehab and I'm all better now. And I guarantee you, once he gets back in office, if he ever does, which I'm hoping he doesn't, but if he does, I guarantee you, he will pull the Persecuted Act to get in office, and he'll probably get in office because all of the rest of the communistic, socialistic, democratic, Republican liberals will let him in there because they will feel sorry for them, all because they fall for their own crap. So, you know, like they always say, you know, it takes a con to fool a con, and it takes a con to submit to another con. So, they're all of the rest of the Congress, libertarian communists, will let him back in. But in any case, that's my video response for you, Donald Trump, and I hope you can do a video response back for me. With enough video responses on YouTube, we'd make a good team. Thanks again, Donald Trump, for making the most legendary political speech in the history of politics.